What's poppin', y'all? We're actually seeing the first case where AI genuinely ruined music. Before, people were just complaining and saying, man, like AI is going to ruin it for artists and this and that. And it didn't really have a negative effect on the consumer yet. But we're seeing it for the first time now. And it's the biggest beef we've seen in who knows how long, since Pusha T and Drake. And it's the Drake-Kendrick Lamar beef. And this all started first with Drake. Drake has a song leak, which is the Push-Ups, whatever the song is called right now. It doesn't even have an actual title because he didn't drop it anywhere, not on OVO, not on SoundCloud, nothing. It's just circulating. Initially, people were like, yo, is this AI? Is this not? Academics goes on. He pretends like he doesn't know if it's AI or not when he made it evident that he definitely knew that it was real. So the conversation starts going on like, yo, is this AI? Is this not? People are giving their feedback. They're saying, yo, this track's hard. This track is kind of mid. You get to gauge the feedback, and then it gets leaked, or not leaked, but it gets handed out. The official version, which is different. Bars are different on there. You've got the beat, sounds different. It's more engineered. It's polished. I do think they switched up the beat. And this song was hard. I even admitted it. I say, yo, this is a great, great song. And he's coming at every single person, which isn't easy to do cleverly on an entire song. And this is why I get irritated when people start giving their feedback on a song within like 5 to 10 minutes. Yo, these are elite rappers we're talking about. You, who's not even a normal brain, not even you're normal, you're subpar if you're giving feedback this quickly. So subpar, and you're giving feedback on elite rappers. You couldn't even grasp it first listen if you wanted to. So you got to give it time, and you just catch a lot of Drake bars in particular. So then we find, okay, this Drake song is real, but what happens next? This Kendrick Lamar, quote-unquote, track leaks that's supposed to be the diss. And the quality's terrible. I didn't think it was AI. Daylight says it's AI, and then a bunch of people adopt it, and they say it's AI, and it's not real. I'm going to keep it a buck. I think that thing is real. Because a lot of people were saying, yo, this is kind of whack. This is weak. Is this what Kendrick Lamar is coming with? And if you're in Kendrick's camp, what are you going to do? Oh, yeah, man, that was fake. Because who's going to disprove you? It's not like the person that actually made it is going to be like, yo, guys, I actually made this song. How are you even going to prove that? So I think they dropped that as a feeler to see what people were thinking. They recognize, oh, shoot, they're not messing with this. Scrap it, call it AI, and we're going to keep it pushing and work on the next track. Which is not supposed to be how rap beef works. And keep in mind, Kendrick is doing this because Drake did something similar. Drake kicked off the, hey, let people wonder if this is real or not. And this wouldn't have happened years ago because the tech just wasn't there for it yet. So Drake kicked it off. Sure, maybe it did really leak. Who knows? But even if it did actually leak, the outcome is the same, which is people were wondering. And you get feedback in real time. Same thing with Kendrick. What happens after that is another track, quote-unquote, leaks from Drake for another diss where he's talking about Whitney, which is Kendrick Lamar's wife. Like, they've been together for a very, very long time, since he was a young guy, like probably in his teenage years. And people were like, damn, this is crazy. Keep in mind, a lot of the feedback Drake got from pretty much every outlet was like, yo, like this was fine the way he touched on this. But remember when he did it to Pusha T's wife, and he shouldn't come at somebody's wife that hard. So if this track leaks, it doesn't look bad, or it doesn't look good for Drake. He probably doesn't want to escalate it to that level yet, especially before Kendrick even replied. So now you've got outlets like Complex Music, a bunch of others, officially saying, hey, this was AI too. Come on, man. Do you really expect me to believe that? And this is where it goes, I got to come at Kendrick for this, and I got to come at Drake for this. They're both playing this game, and I understand playing it in retaliation, which is what Kendrick's doing, but I still have to knock it because, this is just so whack. You're having the public, and these are high stakes, right? These are the top rappers in the game. So if they drop something, and especially when you have expectations like Kendrick, it looks bad, but it doesn't change the fact that this is happening to us, and we're the ones that are suffering. Usually if it's the rappers that suffer, who cares? We get the songs, we get the entertainment, right? Now we're actually being dealt a bad hand, and they've got advantage over us. Damn, I just hit my elbow against something. I don't think you guys heard that, but jeez. We keep going though. And this is going to continue. I see this continuing. And then you've got neither artist actually saying anything, which, why would Kendrick say anything? The guy just drops music. That's what he's known for. He's not known for tapping on social media. or typing on social media or saying, hey, this thing is coming out. If the pressure that people put on him for the whole George Floyd thing wasn't enough to get him to actually say something, and they pressured him heavy, like they were damn near slandering his name during that time, and he didn't say anything, which, respect to him for standing on it and be like, hey, I put my stuff in the music, then Drake trying to do this when he took weeks to respond is not going to be effective in rushing Kendrick. But I do think both of those songs that leaked, or snippets that leaked, I'm under the impression that they're real. I'm not telling you that they're officially real, but my gut just tells me that they are, because we haven't seen anyone claim it, man. And if someone does claim it, the stakes are too high, and it's too advantageous for someone to test the waters. Now, what I do think is, let's say someone actually leaked that from Drake's camp, and they've got someone, The Weeknd was alluding to the fact that Drake has someone that's not really on his side in his camp. But let's say someone from Drake's camp leaked that. What is Drake supposed to do in that situation when he didn't want it to escalate to the wife? Because he probably recorded a bunch of tracks. He's like, okay, which one should I drop? That doesn't mean he intends on them dropping. So if the wife one drops, and maybe he was saving that for later to see how Kendrick Lamar would escalate things, and then someone leaks that one, he doesn't want people to hear that. So what is he going to say? Oh, no, that's fake. That's AI. Which is fair enough. But now it's like, what do we even believe? Because Drake hasn't officially dropped this song anywhere either. Yeah, he's claiming it. He's talking about Metro Boomin and drums. So you can kind of gather that, okay, Drake is stamping this song as his. But unless you're putting something out on an official platform, like let's say even on Instagram, a snippet of it playing, on SoundCloud, on YouTube, anything. We're not saying you have to put it on streaming services, which Drake doesn't want to do for some reason. People all have their own takes on that. And I'm not saying he has to do that, but people need to start standing behind tracks. If we're in a position where we as listeners are being played with in terms of, oh no, this is AI, oh this is a leak, this might be AI, oh we don't know if they actually put this out as a feeler and then change the song, that means when you actually drop something, you have to say, hey, this is an actual drop. This is not a leak. This is not something I'm using to test the waters, to get some feedback. And keep in mind, if I was with these guys, I'd be telling them, yeah, you should be testing for feedback. But I'm not with them. I'm on the listener's side right now. So I'm going to work on our behalfs as the listeners, not the artists. They can, I wouldn't say go to hell. That's a little bit rude. But they can stay over there. I'm not interested in defending them. I'm here for our entertainment and our enjoyment. And I will not have us played with like this. Although there's really nothing I can do about it. They're going to keep playing us. But yeah, don't believe any of this AI stuff. And this is the problem too. Now that, let's assume that these two quote-unquote leaks that I believe, the second Drake leak and the first Kendrick leak, that I believe were actual rough recordings that leaked or that were sent out by the team, each one, whichever one. Now I think that they got the reputation of being AI. It'll actually bring people that create AI songs and incentivize them to start putting out tracks. So now we're going to be flooded with a mess of stuff that we don't know which is which. And who loses? We do. Man. But this is interesting because this is the first beef we've ever seen where people can use technology to sway and get an insight into what people are thinking. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.